Okay, YouTube, how's it going, man? It's your boy Shuddy, and I'm coming at y'all with some heat and the weirdest shit that I've ever had to deal with. I think it's probably the weirdest scamming story that you'll probably ever hear of. But I'm just going to explain it, and the proof of what I'm talking about will be popping up on your screen when I get to the part. But we have some Battle Royale gameplay in the background just so y'all got something pretty to look at. So, I was doing my trades. You know, I was looking for somebody to trade with on Fortnite PvE Save the World. I'm just now recently getting into it. I have a really good inventory of guns. And this guy messaged me, and he was like, "Hey, I'm looking to trade some of my 130 weapons. Do you have anything to trade?" And I was like, "Yeah, I mean, I hope so. I have plenty of good materials. I have some 82s and 106 guns. They're, you know, I trade legit. I don't scam. I don't believe in that." And what's weird about this story is this guy like never legitly said that legitly like tried to scam me like a normal scam. This was a big concoction of bullshit that happened over a few days, and like he never legitly came out and was like, "Hey, I want your account," or anything like that. But there is something that he did that was really fishy that kind of made me catch on a little bit. And as you can see by the title, he really tried his ass off. So there's ways that you can trade your actual Epic Games accounts, and the Epic Games account, like, you'll still have your gamer tag or whatever, but you're just trading the Epic Games account, and you'll get, you know, their Battle Royale stats and skins and stuff like that. This is what he was saying. I don't know if that's true or not, but that's basically what he was saying later on into this this whole scam bullshit. So he hit me up and he was like, "Yeah, I have an account that's a 130 power," and he's like, "I don't think there's anybody else on the game that is a 130 powder where I can craft," but he was on an account that was like level 16 or 17. So he was like, "Yeah, I'm looking, I'll trade some guns, or if you want to help me grind out on Stonewood, then, you know, I'll be fine with that as well, and then I'll really make you some good shit." So we're playing some missions, you know, and I'm helping him grind, and we were just bullshitting and you know, talking to the party, shooting the shit. He seemed like a really cool kid, really cool guy, and you know, we started talking about how life has played out for both of us basically. And he was like, "You know, I've been through foster care, I've been on the streets, you know, he's like, I got emancipated from my parents, yada yada," and the kid lives in Florida, or the guy lives in Florida, and he sounds like he's about, you know, I would say he sounds like he's about 19 or 20 or maybe 17. You know, eventually he said he was 17, or something like that. So that right there set off a red flag. But basically he was like, "Yeah, man," he was like, "but luckily I am blessed," and he started talking about money. And I was like, "Yeah, man," I was like, "You know, I'm going into the military. Guys, if you don't know, I'm going into the Air Force. I think I'm going to be a crypto-linguistic, but that's time for another video." But so we're sitting there talking, you know, and he was like, "Yeah," he was like, "I'm going to send you a screenshot and tell me what you think about it." And he sends me a screenshot of his PayPal, and the screenshot will be popping up here in a second. He was like, "This is my PayPal balance." And the PayPal balance, as you can tell, almost 25 million in his PayPal. And I was like, okay, like, why would you have 25 million in a PayPal account and not a bank, you know? And if you can see on the side, it says link a credit card or bank. You don't see like that he has a bank, you know, linked to his account at first. So that set off a red flag as well. But, you know, I just played around with it. I was like, "Damn, bro." I was like, I wouldn't even know what to do with all that money. All I know is I probably wouldn't be on video games very much, or I would really be on video games a lot, and I'd have the most bomb-ass gaming setup and YouTube setup that any man would ever have in their life. And, you know, so we started talking some more, and I was like, "Yeah, man, I pretty much have never really had shit. You know, I grew up in the struggle, been on food stamps, you know, and been bouncing in and out of houses, and I just moved recently again back to my aunt's house, sleeping on a couch, and everything. And he was like, well, he went silent for a minute, and then he was like, so here's what I'm gonna do for you. He was like, I'm gonna record this. He's like, this is what, so I'm gonna record this so my cousin will be proud of me. I guess his cousin is his role model. And he was like, I'm gonna record this so my cousin will be proud of me. He's like, I'm gonna send you something and just, let me know. And we'll get your reaction of it. And he decided to say that he was gonna send me this amount of money, which is $300,000 in US currency that I was technically, if it was legit, supposed to receive by 2 a.m. But this is where it gets really weird. So I was kind of freaking the fuck out because every theory that I had to say that this was fake, he debunked it. He could have just used JavaScript and, just typed in a number that was fake and did everything that was really fake, but he said he was going to legitly send me that just out of the kindness of the man's heart. So of course, like, I've been poor my whole life, so I kind of really started freaking out, because he seemed like a really cool guy and that he was legit about what he was talking about. And I was like, oh my god, dude, like, why are you doing this? You just met me, and he never asked for anything. I traded him some materials that, like, it was like active power cells or some random, shit that he needed, and I just dropped, he seemed like he was legit. He didn't try to scam me. He gave me, a couple guns, and, I was like, thank you and everything. But he said he was going to send me this money, and I was like, bro, like, that is a crazy amount of money, and you've never met me before in your life, so this just really doesn't make sense to me. So, we started talking the next day. He hit me back up, and I joined his party, and we was talking, and he was talking about his cousin. And he said, yeah, man, my cousin is Down syndrome and has autism, and he was like, let me know if you have somebody on your friends list or whatever that can trade an Epic Games account. And he was like, I would really appreciate, if you can find somebody that'll do that. And it would be, really appreciated. He never legitly asked me for my account. But he was talking about his cousin with Down syndrome and autism is looking for an account that is a 20 plus power level that has a 20 plus, base in Plankerton. But he never legitly, asked me for my account, and I wasn't going to give my account up anyway. I'm just sorry that I just recently got into it. There's no way that, I told him, I was like, there's no way that my account, is leaving. I'm not giving up my account. But he never legitly asked me for it. There's never anything, but he was like, if you did, you would have my account that has all these skins. He has, like, Skull Trooper and everything like that, and, he was like, you still have your PlayStation account, but I would just have your PvE, and you would have my PvE and my Battle Royale stats and skins and all that. And I was like, man, I really don't give a fuck about all the skins and anything like that. Like, all the skins that I have are earned, so I was like, I really don't care about all that. But I was like, I mean, I appreciate, you doing what you said you was going to do. And I started getting really fishy about it once he started happening. And what was really weird about this guy is he kept acting like he was talking on his phone, or his friend or his cousin was always like, somewhere. And he was like, yeah, when my cousin gets back, he's going to get on my level 1 or on my power level 130 account. And we're going to do a whole inventory drop for you. And then I was like, okay, whatever. I was like, y'all really don't have to do that. But, and so then he, like, got back on the phone again, and he was like, yeah, bro, he was like, so I just recently found out that we have to fly out to Arkansas, or I have to fly out to Arkansas for a meeting. He was like, how would you feel if, we came and met you, and I'll buy us or rent us a 5-star hotel to come chill. Like, swear to God, dude, I was like, I was very sketched out. I was like, dude, you don't know me. Like, I don't know you. And I was like, I don't really know how I feel about that, you know. I was like, but if you give me $300,000, shit, I'll come chill with you. You know, I was like, if that's legit, I mean, shit, you know, I'll be on my way. And, you know, he was like, yeah, bro, it's legit. He's like, if your PayPal account was verified, you would have already had it in your account, blah, blah, blah. And so, after we started talking about, you know, his cousin got really, really mad at him because he couldn't find anybody to trade that power level, that 20 plus power level account with the 20 plus base and everything. And I was like, well, I'm sorry to hear that, bro. And I was like, but I was like, you know, he'll get over it. You know, he might be mad at you now, but, you know, he'll get over it. And, well, his cousin got home apparently, and his cousin was really mad at him, and he was like, yeah, bro, he's really mad at me. He's like, I don't think I'm going to be on for a long-ass time. And so another day passed by, and, you know, I had woke up, and he was like, I know this isn't going to show or mean anything, but he was like, and the screenshot's going to pop up as well. And I'm going to send screenshots, you know, of the messages and stuff for you to have already seen them by now, but he's like, I know this doesn't mean anything, but I called PayPal and got this payment verified, and it will be transferred to you within the 24 hours. And and then he sent me like a tracking number and an ID number and everything, and which I'm not gonna release that screenshot. Just so happens that if this is true, but then he was like, yeah, enjoy the money, spend it wisely, I'm out. And then he blocked me on Discord, blocked me on PlayStation, and went ghost mode, which makes absolutely zero sense. It is the weirdest fucking scamming story I've ever seen in my life. It is the weirdest thing I've ever had to deal with in my life. And I literally, like, if the money thing is true, like, you know, I was like, I don't know what to say or think about that, because, you know, the world doesn't really work like that. You know, that's not really called for, and it's kind of thinking about it as hitting an alternative lottery. But I'm gonna let you guys enjoy the rest of this gameplay. This is a clutch, and this is when I just got mega and get into a very epic fucking build fight right here, and I end up, you know, I'm not gonna spoil it, but if y'all like this video, like, comment, favorite, subscribe. And if you want to see, I got a couple new videos coming out, some scammers getting scammed, so just let me know if you like this video. And yes, this was the weirdest shit I've ever had to deal with in my life, especially on PlayStation. Not just PlayStation, but real life. But if you like this video, like, comment, favorite, subscribe, all that good shit, and I'm out. Peace, guys.
Behind you, Ray. No, don't look out. In the mock. Right there. Behind. Maintain that high ground.